34. Question. Ask a tyrant. And this is the one where you ask the tyrant a question, the tyrant will answer it. Okay. I was given a good question this time. I'd done a video on this one before, but I never ever put it up. It was, how do tyrants have fun? How do tyrants have fun? How do you think tyrants have fun? They're fun like everyone else, except we don't need to worry about certain things. Like you said something like, you do fire paintballs at cars. Oh, what is that? Paintballs at cars. Where are you from? Come on. You fire cannonballs at oncoming trains, or you play a little game of truth or dare. You know, you have to run out front of the train and look it right in the front plating. And if you do not fear dying, the train will actually it will crumple in on itself. But if you're not quick enough, if you're not evil enough, the train will just, and then it's a good way to get rid of the ones that aren't that evil. I played, we don't really call it chicken, we call it man versus train a couple of times now. A few times I've been chosen because of the fact that when it crumples up on mine, it usually spells out the name, and that's usually the person I don't like, so they all know who it is I don't like, and they call me mind reader or some stupid thing like that for that reason. The National Tyrant Organization has a really amazing amount of fun events, you know, like, you know how you do like snowboarding and stuff? Well, we do snowboarding, but we set our snowboards on fire and we're going down the snow. Now this isn't ordinary fire, this is Phoenix fire, so the stuff doesn't go out and the snow melts and the water rushes in at the back. So if you stop, the water's going to hit, and if water hits Phoenix fire, it explodes. So we're rushing through this stuff with this trail of water coming. We get to the end, we've got to pull the thing off and do a run before it explodes. Sometimes that could get your heart flowing, and every now and again there's an avalanche. But yes, usually fun. And we have our own Tyrant Olympics, as we call them, which you know, any sport. We have darts, you know, big people volunteering to be the dartboard. But that one's so overused. We like to be unique. We like to be original when we're doing our Olympic fun. So, in one like curling, you know, when you're doing the curling and like the brushing the floor before it gets into the red circle. Well, we like to have it being a detonator mine, and you have to run out and try and undetonate it before it gets into the circle. That gets your heart flowing. Okay, I mean, these are fun games. I mean, they're not good and they're not evil games. They're just games. And you know that one where you put ice cubes onto your feet and you slide down lava and try not to let the ice cubes melt, because if they do, you fall into the lava, but they melt immediately. So we cancelled that after the first fatality, which happened immediately. The idiot followed it up, but it was a fun idea at the time. We're all drunk, had a laugh. Yes, but most of the Olympic ones are really, really fun. Bobsledding, we don't use our big, huge, powerful, like, tank shielder. We just dive onto a person, and about 4 of us sitting on one big guy, and we slide down the things, and like big rotational blades will come at us, and we'll be like, who are you? Like 5, 4, 6, part to the left. Yeah, you know. And every now and again a hole will open, so we need to hit the guy to the side and remove his stomach, and he'll fly over the hole and these spikes will come out, and we always go at the sides and avoid being hit, and you know, you have little bits that will go in and take you into spikes, and you have to move out of the way before the thing flies up, or your entire team gets skewered onto them, and then there's big bits that slam down like this, and you have to try and time it just right to get through it before it comes down. It crushes you. You can usually lose a team member back then. And you have to finish here, so of course if one falls off, they have to run all the way to the end after you, which is really, really deadly and dangerous. We usually take turns each doing this. It's like a 4-mile big bobsleigh of death thing that goes all the way down, and then at the very end, just you have to be at a certain speed, because if you're not at a certain speed, a vortex opens, takes you back up the top, you have to come back down again. So, and the loser really loses, because there's either a winner or someone who doesn't make it to the end. So for more than 10 minutes, we just call it the winners stand up in the stands, number 1, 2, 3. But that bobsleighing is incredible, you know. but it's not just bobsleighing. I mean, we have arcade games and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, different, basically just different entertainments. But we don't like to use money. We like to use Tyrant currency, triangles as we call them. What other sports do we do? I mean, there's a lot. Just try to call them to mind. It's one of the hardest things to do when you're the Tyrant. What is it? With the egg and spoon race, we've done that a couple of times. What you have to do is you have to go to an ostrich and you have to get the ostrich's egg while the mother's sleeping, and then you have to run away holding it on the spoon and get as far away as you can while the mother frantically wakes up and tries to attack you. We've done it with ostriches. We moved it up to elephants. We didn't realize how elephants could give eggs. But then someone told us that it wasn't an elephant's egg we had, it was in fact a dinosaur's. And so we had a big dino rally, as we called it, where we had the dinosaur eggs right away from the velociraptors. They were coming after us. Oh, it was a laugh, you know. It's just, that's what it is. And sometimes like the pterodactyls would come, we'd grab them, put them on the shoulder and fly, using their legs, because they can't grip your shoulders unless you're holding them onto you. So these ones, when they fly down and pull your weight, they couldn't do that. So if they're holding onto you and you're holding onto them, it's them you are using to fly down. Amazing. They're just like those little things that fly by you. We've done that with the pterodactyls, and of course there's the man versus T-Rex one, which is never really that entertaining, really, because the T-Rex, you know, it's like if you were arm wrestling a T-Rex, you would win, because the T-Rex's arms are so unbelievably feeble that you could blow like that and its arm would snap. And it needs these arms, apparently. We don't know why. I believe it's something to do with I cannot explain why the T-Rex's arms are like that when its legs are so huge. It's like noddy. It's like one of those wobbly things. It just doesn't make any sense to me, you know. They couldn't go, and if they fell forward, that was them. How would they get back up? They would need to crawl up on their back legs and swim forward towards you, you know. So we usually have a competition between big T-Rex and person try to do the arm. I mean, once or twice they've won, but it's only because they put the leg up and people mistook it, and that's pretty obviously a mistake to do with the Tyrants organization. Yes, but we have even trampolining and stuff. It's just that we can't jump too high, we'll get skewered, and we can't go too low, fall into a bottomless pit. We make sure that we have as much fun as we can possibly, whether it's that or just a wheelbarrow race. You realize that there's so much more to them than there really is, and it's very much enjoyable though. One of my personal favorites, I'd have to say, what is that? So I've got two favourites. I'm trying to think of what one I prefer the most out of all these different events that you can do. Now I'd have to say fighting the bull, but not fighting the bull like mantadoring with a red flag. You're wearing the red and you've actually got to stand before the bull. When it gets to you, you have to jump and put down. Unconscious bull. Then you can tie it up, take it away, have it for breakfast, whatever it is that you do. That's one of my favorites because everyone gets out there wearing red and it confuses the bull. Although the bull is one of the most evil, so I really feel upset about that. But it's not like we can have a cow out there doing it, you know. The cow is so stupid, it would just all over the place. We'd be like, oh, get that cow out of here. Anyway, thank you for your question. Tyrant Olympics, where we